Hello everyone, my name is Dalit Barkan, and for the past 18 years I've devoted my professional career and life in the field of breast cancer research. My research is my great passion, but also it is my life mission. Ironically, I myself was diagnosed with breast cancer disease 3 years ago, and I might say that my vast knowledge in the field has literally saved my life. However, as we know, knowledge can be a double-edged sword, and it also makes me aware of what might lie ahead, the fear that the disease will recur. And this fear is shared by breast cancer survivors around the globe. Each time we go through periodic scanning and checkup, we fear that the disease has returned and we will have to go through additional treatments and suffering and miss out on life experiences with our loved ones. And this fear is unfortunately based on unfortunate statistics. 1 out of 3 women who are diagnosed with breast cancer disease are at risk of developing recurrent disease years and decades after what seems successful treatment of the initial tumor. And once the disease reoccurs, it can reoccur as a metastatic disease, namely breast tumor cells that now disseminate to other organs in the body. This form of the disease is lethal, and unfortunately to date we have no cure for metastatic breast cancer disease. So how can we explain that a woman who was diagnosed at early stage of tumor progression, was treated, and she was told that she is free of cancer, may face this devastating news years and decades later? So what we know today is that tumor cells detach from the initial primary tumor, migrate to other organs in the body, and this can happen at the early stage of tumor progression and prior to surgery. And these cells colonize distant organs later in an inactive state. These tumor cells were coined dormant micrometastases. And these dormant micrometastases do not respond to conventional therapies and cannot be detected by any imaging moieties in the clinical settings, so they're kind of invisible, thus lingering in the body as invisible ticking time bombs. And we know that these invisible ticking time bombs are the source of the recurrence of the disease years and decades later. Now, the current paradigm to treat breast cancer survivors is close monitoring, a periodic checkup, and scanning. However, once we can detect these tumor cells by scanning, it is too late. We are detecting a deadly metastatic cancer that is resistant to current therapies. So what is our solution? So let's take a step back, and instead of trying to develop strategies to treat recurrent metastatic disease, let's try to prevent it in the first place by targeting those ticking time bombs. And this is exactly the novel approach that our lab is pursuing. We are trying to either prevent the reawakening of these ticking time bombs, or we are trying to eradicate them. Now, given my own experience as a breast cancer survivor, a patient, we strive also to develop therapies that will have minimal side effects and will be tolerable. So here's one such project that we are pursuing in our lab in order to target those ticking time bombs. So several years ago, we discovered that when 2 specific proteins interact with one another within these ticking time bombs, this instigates their reawakening to deadly metastatic cancer. Now, what is unique about this interaction is that this interaction cannot occur in a normal cell and can only occur in breast tumor cells, making this interaction a fantastic pharmaceutical target for intervention. And therefore, we asked ourselves, what will happen if we will prevent this interaction from happening? Can we prevent the reawakening of these ticking time bombs? So we already identified 2 lead compounds that can prevent this interaction from happening. And to score for the efficacy, we are utilizing a unique model outside the living animal that can actually assimilate the dormant behavior of breast tumor cells and their reactivation. So here on the left-hand side, we're going to see live video microscopy of dormant breast tumor cells that are reawakened over a period of several days. And what we're seeing, the cells start to divide, expand, and grow. And on the right-hand side, we're seeing the same cells that are now exposed to one of our lead compounds. And what we're seeing that the cells do not grow and expand, and actually they are dying. And this can be depicted by this blue fluorescent dye that can only be emitted by dying cells. So actually we have identified a compound that can eradicate dormant micrometastases. And we are very excited about these results, given that today there are no drugs to target and kill dormant micrometastases. So successful completion of this research and translating into the clinical settings may provide a solution for one of the unmet medical needs and can save millions of lives of breast cancer patients worldwide. This will provide hope to breast cancer patients, so we, breast cancer survivors, can look forward to generate wonderful memories with our loved ones and leave fear and suffering behind. Thank you for your attention.